Well, howdy, howdy, fellas. Ladies, anyone else in the world, wherever you may be, welcome in to the stream of the Nuzlocke. We're on the Fire Red Nuzlocke here. This is our team after some very, very, very good stuff going on. But you know what? Let's give you the update in person. Let's do that. You know, so taking us over to our PC here. If you would like to see what has become of our Nuzlocke, let's have some fun. Let's start in the grave. We've lost 8 Pokemon, including today's best catch, Cayenne, the only catch I had today, and I lost it less than an hour later to a self-destruct. If you'd like to see my anger and a man losing his sanity, well, come on down and check out our Instagram or our YouTube, and you can see a short clip of that very quickly and very fast. But that is A-okay, because we did recover, because due to the dupes clause, we had this wonderful thing happen. So, yes, we lost a Growlithe, but we got another one back because we had an encounter we hadn't used on Route 7. So I caught Cayenne the Growlithe on 8, Curry on 7. Similarly, we used a dupes clause to get that Cayenne because our first encounter there was a Pidgey. So it was really nice to get that. So let's go here to our team and our goals for tonight. Shishimi the Gyarados is still kind of holding us down. Curry, this is what we have here for Curry. It was just given Thief just so it has a bit of a difference between Ember is its only attack move. So Curry, we need to get some XP points going from there. Shishimi still holding it down. Level cap is 29 for Erika. I'm not concerned about Shishimi, but here we are. Cinnamon 25. I'd like to boost that. Cherry also would be boosted pretty well. And Cardamom the Eevee was also the other pickup we got as we are in Celadon City. So let's... Oh my gosh, I didn't even show you this guy. And we got Raspberry, who just got its first electric type move, and I didn't use Shockwave on it because I forgot I had Shockwave. So here we are. So let's go into what we can do here, folks, and see what we can achieve. And here we go. So we were in Rocket's hideout in Celadon. So we're going to clear Rocket's out. But we are probably going to have to grind a little bit before we take on Giovanni. Because frankly, Giovanni is... I haven't looked at it yet, but probably not what we need right now. So we're going to take on these chumps in the basement floors and go from there. So I'm going to... I just got the lift key, so we're going to take on the chumps first and go from there. So we're going to go boom, 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 all the way through. But I hope everyone is having a wonderful day wherever you may be. I myself just had a nice day at work, and am starting up after a makeshift dinner of some melt sandwiches. And, yeah. And I already screwed it up. Oh, I screwed this up royally. Okay. Boom. 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 Great. Alright. Let's use that lift key. We go from there. Now, I gotta double check our map here quick because I think we have grunts on 1 we can still take out. But we can do that by the stairs. So I'm gonna get out of here quick because in basement 4 is where Giovanni is planted. And where that godforsaken motherfucker coughing took out our Arcanine. So that's what we're gonna do. And go from there. So we're actually going to get out and walk on up and take on some grunts. And get some items out of it. Now, I will say I'm also going to look up what our opponents are, because I cannot take the risk of Grimer coughing and coughing. Oh my god. Hell no. Rattata, Eradicate, Eradicate, Rattata. I think I did that one already, but I'm not sure. So let's look and see what we have. Alright, Hyper Potion. Nice to have. We like that. Okay, nothing around here that I absolutely need. Can I risk having a Pokemon? Let me do this here. If I go down to Basement 4, there are no more coughings. There's a Grimer and a coughing that requires the lift key, which is okay. We can do that. And then we have the Giovanni fight, which is an Onix, a Rhyhorn, and a Kangaskhan. Which a Kangaskhan we can probably cheese our way through. It's not bad. Literally, we could just sweep with Gyarados and go from there if we have to. So, let's go and take that on. So, I'm thinking, let's go to 4. Let's take out these grunts because we risk as few coughing encounters as possible right now. Let's get this item here. Hell yeah, we'll take a calcium. Any stat booster we can get is great. Alright, is there any other hidden item anywhere around here? No, there is not, except the ones in his office. So that is what we are going to do. And we have Curry at 22, so okay. He knows me, because I've ruined their plans, apparently. Okay. Well, you've ruined my life. You already ended my Growlithe life, and my ability to get back. I'm also texting a friend who's having some fun. He is an attorney, so he's got an interesting case. It hasn't breaking any client privileges or anything, though, so I want to make that very clear before anything happens. But yeah, let's take this on. Okay, sorry guys. Boom. Cool. We're back in, y'all. Alright, Sandshrew, no problem. Nice and easy. Now, I'm actually going to go to Cherry on this one. Well, that sucked. And take on Twin Needle. I want to see what it can do. Not much. Misdiagnosed type charting here. Poison Sting? Lame as hell, bro. Now, one ground type move could be problematic, but I think we could take it. Do a defense curl. Do a defense curl. Bastard. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that plan is dead now. And we're just gonna clean up with ye old Gyarados. Water Pulse him. Son of a bitch! With the sand attack. Oh my god, this is obnoxious. I might have to switch out just to get the accuracy back. I don't want to do that. Oh, are you kidding me? This Sandshrew, man. I'm going to switch just so I get the accuracy back on Shishimi. But now I'm concerned, even if there is a coughing on this team, that we're going to be in a terrible position. I can't put Cherry back in. I'd like to, but I can't. Let's go... Let's go Raspberry. and try to get some down. I don't think bite is the only thing that this Ekans could have that could be problematic. So let's take advantage of it. Let's do charge. See what we can do with the electric type move, because we've yet to use our electric type move in Spark. And go from there. Yes! With the crit, Raspberry! With the crit! Okay, Sandslash. So we took care of our accuracy issues with Sashimi, so we are going to outspeed the Sandslash, and we're going to Water Pulse this thing into the ground. Alrighty. Water Pulse it. Call it a day. It's fine. Do your defense curl. That's fine. And you know what? Just for funsies, we'll bite you too. Why not? Why not have some fun and bite? Alrighty. There we go. This is great. Great, 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 great. Alright, let's heal up our Pokemon, because frankly we don't want to deal with other junk. Fresh water goes to Cherry. And then we can do potions on everything else. Traditional potion to Sashimi. Cool, and traditional potion to our boy Raspberry. I have yet to use Cardamom in battle, which is hilarious. But hey, what are you gonna do? I'm also, just for posterity's sake, gonna go ahead and save the game. Why, I don't know, but I'm gonna do that. Whoever's just joined the stream, thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well, wherever you may be on this lovely Friday night. Perhaps for you it's the morning, I don't know. Who knows how time works, really? Time is an infinite loop, correct? Cool, we both intimidate each other. Let's go Thief. Not bad. Oh, the problem is, can I take a bite? Let's try Ember. Oh, we can do this. Let's do it. Come on. Come on, Curry. Come on. Parrot. Yep. We're going to try one more. With the crit, too. There we go, Curry! Take care of this battle, bud. There you go, girl. Alright, Sandshrew. We stay for this. And we switch to... I think we switch Cinnamon. And the reason I'm doing that is the likelihood that this is a rock-type move is little to none. So we gust it, and then we quick attack. Perfect, because we got the Keen Eye. Now, I'd love to say I'm a genius and I knew Keen Eye, I wouldn't lose any accuracy bows. But I can't remember the abilities half the time, so I can't say it was my own genius in doing that. Now, this little bastard poisoning us. I'm real sick of poison. Let me tell you. With the crit! With the crit! There we go. About to send out Arbok. Yeah, we're going to switch. We'll switch Curry. Whoever just joined the stream, thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well wherever you may be. Let me know where you guys are from if you could. I'd love to just shoot with you. Have some fun with you. Now, admittedly, we could have had an Arbok by now. Yo, Aliens Reach! How y'all doing? You have greatly... I need to give you a big thank you. You have greatly affected how I am playing this game for the better. However, I can't say I've completely improved because I now have 8 Pokemon in the graveyard. But at least have some options, so here we are. Alright, let's Water Pulse on one. If we need another one, we'll take another one. Okay. home a bit sick today. I'm being lazy in bed. Oh, that sucks that you're sick, man. It's never fun to have to deal with that. I will say I'm now in my early 30s. Well, I say it's my mid 30s to piss my wife off, so I guess I should call myself in my mid 30s too, but apparently I'm still at 33, you know, in my early 30s allegedly. But I remember like never being sick and it never affecting me ever. And now just even the slightest thing sometimes I'm like, this sucks. So not to rub it in your face, to throw some sympathy towards you though. I mean, like, I feel you. It ain't fun. Alright, we got enough of cinnamon, it's fine. There we go. Random cold, man. Yeah. It's also, I work with children, so unfortunately I'm just around sickness incubators my entire life right now. And it doesn't help. I live in a very cold environment by most people's standards. Today was a balmy 25 degrees outside here in Wisconsin. And still, I was in shorts because you got to teach the youth the right way to do things. So, gotta have some fun with it when you can. Giovanni, 3 Mons and a scary Kangaskhan. I did see, as I said, you've been affecting the play a lot. It's Onyx, Rhyhorn, and Kangaskhan. And Kangaskhan's the one I gotta worry about, especially since I don't have a fighting type. And that's where I'm looking ahead at things, making sure we're doing stuff. Florida, so I can't blame the weather for this one. I stayed out too late. Hey, you know what? If that's what you needed, though, in life, sometimes you just gotta do it. And that's A-okay. What part of Florida are you in? Obviously, don't dox yourself, but I'm sorry, we'd go in like, give me a major city that is nearest you in some way, shape, or form. Because Jacksonville, wildly different from Orlando, wildly different from Miami, wildly different from Tampa or Clearwater or the Keys. And then the Panhandle is a completely different animal by itself, too. So that's always why I ask, but don't dox yourself if you're not comfortable doing that, or don't say anything if you're not comfortable doing it. But this dang bar wench has got me. I'm a bit south of Tampa. Okay. Yeah, I actually have family that lives probably not far from there. Ash, you can dox yourself whenever you wish. Anyone can dox themselves. But especially when I don't know somebody. I'm not going to tell them that. You're from the North Pole? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, dude, hey, when someone says Florida, you have to really figure some stuff out. Deli birds everywhere. That'd be dope. Speaking of which, I've actually created my own custom regional variant for a deli bird that's based on Johnny Appleseed. You can go check it out at PTE Creative right now on our YouTube channel. I think I put that one in there. If I haven't, I'll have to. But, yeah. 4 states in 1, yeah. Actually, my wife and I have talked a lot about doing a PowerPoint night, and I just kept going, I gotta do something ridiculous. I gotta do something ridiculous. So I've prepped mine. Oh, thank you, Ash. I appreciate that. I'd love to catch this Oddish, but unfortunately I had to use a dupe's claws to get another Growlithe. But it's okay. We're happy to have our curry girl. Full old people and crazies. That's also true from what I hear. I actually have relatives that they have a place not crazy far from, it seems, where you are. And it's always interesting sometimes because I'm like, is that what y'all want to do? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I want to make that Johnny Appleseed deli bird is the biggest one for me, where I'm like, God, I wish they would just steal my idea here. Going back to the idea I was just saying for PowerPoint night, I have one prepped in case we ever did, and I've done all the art for it and everything, where I eliminate states, and I definitely broke Florida into at least 3 states, to your point, because it was just like, how are we meshing states together and going things? So of course I had some just more comical, trying to get a rise out of people, state stuff, but definitely broke up. See, that's the big question. I can't. What did I call them? Because the thing is this: I pretty much did South Florida, where I went Tampa to Orlando and just cut it almost directly in half, because that's how Florida's kind of shaped, at least on a map. So, and then I also put Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, I believe, as a state. Or no, they got their own state. I'll have to look it up. Actually, my tablet's right here. I'll have to look up what I did and what I put together. It's funny because I work at 2 serving jobs and they're completely different people. There's tons of younger crowds from the others. A country club where only old rich people. Can I assume only those old rich people tend to be white? Can I make that safe assumption down in Florida? But yeah, interesting. They're usually lawyers if you catch me. Yeah, I feel you. Ironically, I am currently texting with my friend who's an attorney, but it's hilarious to say this because I know he'd laugh at it. But it's like, he's one of the good ones. Which is absurd to say. Anytime you have to say, no, but he's one of the good ones. It just shows the reputation some lines of work can have. All kinds of different things that can go into things with people. It's hilarious. Whoever just kept joining the stream, thank you for coming on in. Thanks for popping on in and seeing some Nuzlocke grinding. Now, I should probably just give rare candies to Curry at this point. I have 3 of them. But also at the same time, I always think like I should wait. I don't know. Be interesting. Because we have I shouldn't say viable. We have a team that can definitely get through the first 2 pieces of Giovanni, no problem. Because it's called Gyarados. It's all we need. It's because we're outside of Celadon, and that's what we're doing. And by the way, if anyone was not in the stream when I said it, right now I'm training on Wild Mons. I just went through the entire Rocket Hideout. So I could go back. Good call on that one. I forgot about Route 8 because I avoided it like the plague. I was, to give a nice reference from 5 years ago, I was dodging it like the plague. Granted, that's been a reference for far longer than that, but it was fun. I've been watching some streaming content from back then. Versi, because there's some easy to kill grass trainers that give good XP. Ooh. Also an option. I don't think I have that, though. Nope. Didn't think I did, but what else? But don't worry, I've got a fame checker. But I have all these guys here on Route 8, so I think I'm going to take advantage of those and go from there. I don't need Route 7 anymore. Route 7 barely has anything on it anyways. So, what do we got over here? We got Super Nerd Aiden with a bunch of electric types. No, I do not have Fly yet, because I needed to get the Silph, which I think I picked up. Let's double check that. Oh, no, because I didn't do Giovanni yet. That's why I didn't do it. No, I do not have Fly. I thought it was past Snorlax. That's why I didn't do it yet. Yeah. No, trust me. I remember I need to get Fly. I thought it was past the Snorlax, which is why I couldn't do it yet. Oh, shit. It's fine. Alrighty, let's go. I guess Cherry here, because everyone's... Luckily the path is before... Alright, thank you! I clearly wasn't paying attention again. Start making assumptions, you know what it means. Make an ass out of you and me, apparently. So I'll have to do that. That'll be another jump that we go here. A Screechy! Screech, another one. that I will be focusing on in the Audible type video that'll soon be up on... Shouldn't say soon, I don't know when, but in the future, at least in the near future, I will be doing a what if there are new types of Pokemon, and the Audible type is one I'd look into a lot. There's so many sound-based moves, so many sound-based Pokemon that I think are really interesting. So I'll be doing that on the channel. I'll probably stream it and record it right away and go from there. Honestly, no. I'm going to stick because I just got that focus energy up. So we're going to fish for crits. God damn it. Beedrill. Beedrill. Alright, Aliens Reach, I got a question for you. Or anyone else in the chat who wants to help out. I have a level 22 Raticate due to a wonderful dupes clause. Because, as you said, Raticate can be great in these runs. It has guts, it's level 22. But I picked up the Eevee, and I wanted to kind of run with Eevee, knowing that was probably going to be more of the long-term member than the Raticate. Do I box it? Do I box the Eevee and go with the Raticate? Give me a fresh opinion on that if you could. Because I think, obviously, and Raticate was cooking. I should say that. Raticate was straight cooking for a while, and then I boxed it the second I got Eevee because I was like, well, we're going to have Eevee for a longer term play. Well, this sucks. Type niche need to play. Yeah, that was my thought too. Was just I picked up in the box right now. I'm gonna use Twin Needle and just see if it does anything. I doubt it, but fish for crits too. Or maybe this crits me and then I'm screwed. You know what? So, I got Raspberry on the team now. I got the Voltorb. And I know Electrode is a goddamn menace in a Nuzlocke. Because the speed is there entirely. Plus, I do know I could get Self-Destruct or Explode later on in life. And I could always have that in my back pocket. If I'm stuck, I could just blow it up. I don't want to do that. I want to make that clear. But I could have that option, which doesn't suck. But then the question is, what do I turn Eevee into anyways? And that's where I go, I don't know. If you self-destruct on me, you bastard, I will end you. I will end all the suffering that was clearly your life. You stupid coughing. If you couldn't tell, coughing's really pissed me off in the last 24 hours. It took our Growlithe away from us, our first Growlithe. So we had to go get a second one. But yeah. Here we go. Also, someone else just joining the stream. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Let's, what Pokemon do we have here? Okay, well, Cherry's near death, so I should probably heal Cherry up if we're going to keep doing it, because I know we could take on Erika. That'd be another thing we could do. What did we pick up, by the way? What item did I just steal? Rawstberry. Okay, still something. We'll take it. What the hell is a Rawstberry? Burn. Doubt I will get a burn. But perhaps something else could be okay. You know, we're gonna, you know. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do anything, because then I can use Thief and hopefully get something for it. So I'm gonna take that. Thank you. All right, cool. Now I could. Nope, don't want to risk that quite yet. I'm just gonna go heal up quick. Then we're gonna take on these guys. We're gonna do a whole heck of a lot of stuff. Because then, at the very least, we are going through. We'll go get Fly afterwards. I've already taken on these guys, so that's not a danger. We're going to go from there. Also, obviously haven't gotten the Sylph Scope yet, so then can't really get a Ghastly. Plus, I'm definitely not taking on a rival fight until I know I can sweep that sumbitch. So that's the goal. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, alas. Hope everyone else is doing well on this fine Friday night. Well, clearly, unfortunately, one of my guests in the chat is sick. Best right now, we're getting ready for Team OP to grab the Verse Seeker in Vermilion City. That way, which trainers and facing that limits the chances of getting killed by. Ooh, okay. I've never actually used the Verse Seeker. Where in Vermilion City is the Verse Seeker? That is a first great question. That would be a great question to know an answer to. Grimer, Muck Grimer. Okay, cool. It's from the lady in the Vermilion Poke Center. Great, okay. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm just going to first, just because I'm impatient, I will take on Broski. And then I will use our handy-dandy tunnel systems now, because I've opened up all the pathways with the tea from the old lady. She's at the counter. Okay, great. Let's try to steal some stuff. I know it doesn't have an item, but let's try to steal it anyways. It's fine. You can disable that. I don't care. But yeah, we'll go get a Verse Seeker, or maybe we'll go back to Celadon. And you bastard! Don't hit my puppy. It's just rude. Alrighty, let's go Cherry. Poison attacks aren't really going to do much. It's fine. Sucks that it just minimized, but whatever. So we are going to fish for the crit. It's worth going back to tell him to grab Fly way easier than... Yep, that's true. Very true. Oh, I'd love to use Odor Sleuth right now, but my puppy is currently poisoned. Alright, fishing for crits is working. So we'll take that. We'll take that viewpoint. We'll go from there. So we'll take this fight. I'll run around a little bit more. Go get some Go cut down a tree for Fly. I think there's a couple I have to face off against, but it's still not a double battle, so it's not a big deal. And we'll go from there. And there's technically a Pokemon encounter there if I want it. I gotta look what's there. Now, I will say that if I could get another Oddish, I would probably just take it. Even if there's something possibly in a better range here, just because I miss my Oddish. I miss my Gloom. Fury attack. Oh, we're still disabled. Fuck off. With the minimize. Way flies a double battle. Rapidash, Ninetales level 29. Okay, so really, what can survive while Gyarados does all the work? Got it. Alright. Fishing for crits. Critical hit, love that. Alright, so it is a double battle. Interesting. Frankly, there's like no double battles in this game. And I get it, double battles were more of a more recent thing at the time, but still, it's... Oh my god. Yo, crit. We'll take it. And we'll go from there. I'm going to do cut just because it seems to be a little bit more accurate. Yeah! There you go, Cherry. Get that XP, buddy. There's still a Grimer? They gotta bring back double battles in earnest. Coliseum was only doubles. Yeah? Actually, I've watched a lot of... I know I've talked about him before, but I watched a lot of Alpha Rad's content. I like the way he makes content, which is another reason I kind of do some of the things I do. And I really appreciate, he just did 2 videos on Coliseum, and I never played Coliseum before. And just watching it, I was like, this is some of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life, especially from a Pokemon basis. The fact that you can just like steal Pokemon in that game is wild. Stop with the sludge. Yeah, no, there's so many mechanics that they did back in the day that I wish would get brought back in a real great way. Low-key tough, yeah. No, one day I want to play Coliseum for the channel as well. Because I do want to have some new experiences. So like we were talking about with Black and White back in the day, yesterday or 2 days ago. I have never played Black and White, so that might be the next one we do. It's going to be hard. Pokemon with good IVs and their EV train. Yeah. Another thing I have no patience for doing, but I like to do some of that stuff. And have a new experience. A Nuzlocke like this, I played a randomized Nuzlocke, the best one I ever did. Black, White, Suit. Ash, are you trying to tell me that you like Pokemon Black and White? I never knew this about you. I earnestly never knew this. Also, just because our previous conversation, Ash, I I streamed last night for like, I don't know, 2 hours or whatever, and they were really kind. I want to make it clear, but someone who came in had a really nice conversation with. And then the second the stream started ending, immediately started trying to sell me on stuff. So, and they're just doing their job. I don't have a problem with people doing that as long as they're not trying to force it on me. Like, the chat was not about that. They just said, do you want to see my work? And I sent the Discord. But I immediately just was like, Ashley probably wouldn't approve with this. So, yeah, I was like, they at least were a human being about it before doing it. Yeah. So, like I said, it doesn't bother me when if that's what they do for a living, or they do in general, or just they want to share it, I never have an issue with people doing that. Because I get it. It's tough. But yes, I immediately was just like, I don't know if Ashley would approve of this one, but it's fine. Okay, so we gotta get Fly. How can we play around our Rapidash Ninetales combo? Well, the obvious choice is to have Curry not in the lead slot and get Shishimi. And then I think our tankiest Pokemon besides that is Cinnamon, because it'll be a lot of neutral stuff. These are skippable if you want. That's true. Also, I'm just going to look it up for funsies, because I will say this. I don't know what your guys' opinions are. That Snorlax does not count as the Route 18 Pokemon. My opinion. Because it's just sitting there, you know it's there. It's like, I would consider that closer to a gift Pokemon. I don't know how hardcore people are in some of that Nuzlocke stuff, but that is certainly something that I'm like, no. Alrighty. Nope, wrong one. Where the hell am I? God, I can't even remember numbers right now. 16, there we go. Now I gotta cut the whole thing again. Yeah, same deal. I don't consider static encounters to be the encounter. It's tough enough as it is, especially when you play as dumb as I do sometimes. So I'm not going to hold that against myself. And I'm going to use that advantage. Because I also do other things that, if playing a soft Nuzlocke, that some people wouldn't do too. So, alright. We go to a duo, which at least would be new. It's the only thing that would be new. So, I guess we'll be fishing for Doduo. So, that is something that we can do. and move forward with. So I'm just gonna, scoot on by for now. Just cuz. Just cuz. What's this old man doing? What do you mean good effort? I cut down one tree. I didn't cure cancer. I always think of that too. I love that touch. What could it do? Like, what could it learn? And how can it do that? Love it. Another great move for Pidgeot, which I'm more than okay with doing. And I think there's a hidden item around here somewhere. I'm going to just check my handy-dandy little guide here. Oh, wow. This skips a lot around. Okay. Nothing. Cool. Cool. Nothing up here. So I was wrong. But it's okay. It's fine. So we got a lot of garbage to do and so little time to do it in. And by so little time, I have all the time in the world I really want, but whatever. But yeah, I love those touches. And Doduo and Dodrio are just such a lost Pokemon that I would like to get. I think that's where, actually, it'll soon be up. It should be up by Tuesday at the latest. Ash and I, along with my lovely wife Ab, evaluated every single Mega Evolution that was available in the base game of Pokemon Legends ZA. And one of the things we talked about was the fact that you try to... One of the things about Megas was it was another way to kind of put a shine to some of those forgotten Pokemon. And we wish Dupe's Claws, so we can just beat it up. And Dodrio, I think, could be a really interesting option for a Mega, a Gigantamax, whatever a new form can be called, even a Paradox. I think that oddly would have been a cool Paradox idea. Seeing like a savage three-headed bird would be just running at you would be pretty wild. Or was it always a flightless bird? I think that would be interesting as well from a Paradox standpoint. But use these new gimmicks to shine up Pokemon like that, not just Pokemon you know are coming. Alright, so here's our encounter. Because Dupe's Claws, we could take out the Spearow, no problem. So we are going to... Okay. Sound good. And we don't have anybody who can really use any powders right now, because Chives is currently in the daycare center. So we're just going to run like this. But it's just certainly something that we talked about on that show and wanted to go forward with. I will say some of that audio is a little echoey, but that's the rescue run with some of the setup that we have. Alright, Doduo. And what do we want Doduo's name to be? It has to be food-based with our theme. If you want to throw one out there, we'll take it. Otherwise, I've got one. Kiwi's an obvious one. Yes. We can do Kiwi. Or, how do we feel about Nuggets the Doduo? Why I like this so much? I don't know. It could be. It could be. How do we feel? Because I also like Kiwi. Yeah! Let's go Nuggets. Alright. Nuggets the Doduo is going to the box. Oh, shit. It went to the grave. I gotta go fix that quick. You know what? Let's have some fun then. Nope. There we go. Go to our TM case. Open up our handy-dandy little fly now. And let's use it to teach it to Cinnamon. And then we can get our alive Pokemon away from our dead Pokemon. Sand Attack, Whirlwind. I thought Whirlwind might be nice as a backup move, so let's Sand attack is worthwhile. I like both these, but flying type, like, I'm gonna get another flying type move soon besides gust. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of gust for now. I think it just ran in place in the air. Nice! Also, aren't they doing a new, like, mobile version of Pokemon Stadium? Which, by the way, I disagree with that choice completely, but I don't want any game to go just mobile. Alright, Cinnamon, fly us over to Vermilion City. Alright, we will have a Verse Seeker. I'm giving these away. Alright, Verse Seeker. Cool. We'll take it. Oh. Almost forgot. We gotta get Kiwi away from all the dead stuff. Because they're not Kiwi. Nuggets. What am I talking about? It's Nuggets. I've already forgotten its name. Crazy what happens to me when I actually have a team and Pokemon that can not be there. Look at this! We almost have a full team in case we wipe. We do have a full team because we have Butterfree. Yeah, one head could be Nugget, one could be Kiwi. That's optional. Now, I'm feeling we would have a lot of the same problems that we did a little while ago if this was our team and we wipe. But at least if we wipe, technically the run isn't over. I will say also, there's probably going to be a Lapras added to this party too, because I like having an Ice type in the thing. Plus, I love having Perish Song, so that is something I really would like to do. Hold on, what's in my first starter? Cool. We're going to use our Verse Seeker. What do you mean the battery? Oh my god. Also, I still have an encounter up here on 6 in case we need it, but I figured that might be a surf encounter. Alright. What? Things to know about Verse Seeker. Can only be used outside, so no inside. But also, most trainers will have the same team and levels as they were first, though. But some trainers, these trainers reach certain milestones at the end of the first. You every battle at least 12. Stronger than you remember. But you can look up what the trainers will have online for an easy way to pick your fights. Yes, true. All right. Good to note. Good to note. Good to know. Good to know. If you want to train beyond, there's close by trainers that's perfect from Cerulean City. Head right through the cut tree. Didn't I already fight them though? Oh, I guess they'd be rematches. Yeah, okay. Cool. And look for a bug trainer with his back to the wall and looking down. He has 2 Beedrills that give ridiculous XP. Cool. Good to know. Honestly, I never rematch people, so that is something that is good to note. Nope. Keep walking. Just really want to make it clear. Fuck off. That's what he was really trying to do. Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. Did I not take this already? Okay. I didn't know this was still here, so this is fresh, I guess. I really don't want to get hyper fanged. Still a thing I'm afraid of. Just don't want to get hyper fanged, man. Alright, Ember again. Stab bonus. Great. We'll leave in for now. And then we'll go to Cinnamon. We'll go from there. Also, thank you guys for talking as much as you have in the chat. It greatly helps with passing the time by. Because I always enjoy playing Pokemon, don't get me wrong. But when it starts to feel arduous in a Nuzlocke, it kind of sucks. So it's nice to have. So it's appreciated. It's appreciated at all times. Fuck off. Fuck off, Sandshrew. Just die. Just die. The whole point was for you to die. I'm just gonna get this level quick. Cool. Intimidate. Disgusting. Cool. Alrighty. Wonderful. Cool. Level 26. Love that. Yes, I shall change to the curry girl. Puppy! You have no idea how the swings of emotion I had to get this puppy. No idea. You know what? Let's have Cardamom come on out to play. It'll be a fun first fight for them. Forgot it only has quick attack, but that's fine. So, with the duplicate cause, what you can do if you lose a Pokemon is if they are in another area and you haven't used that encounter, you can get them again because they're not in your party anymore. So, what happened is, while I was clearing out Rocket Hideout, this fucking bastard, level 21 coughing that'll be burned in my memory for the next 10 years of my life, self-destructed on my beloved Growlithe Cayenne that I had just gotten 45 minutes prior. And I was pretty pissed and wasn't happy. So, but I hadn't used the Route 7 encounter yet, which was super beneficial. And that is where I got to do a little bit of that. So it was nice to be able to play around some of those things. No! Fight me again. Nope. God damn it. Verse Seeker. Use it. Fight me. Hey! It worked! Okay, cool. Cool. Yes. To not have a Growlithe on this team would be a sham. It'd be a travesty of justice, honestly. And we just can't have that. So, Beedrill, I need you to burn, and I need you to burn real quick, okay? Because this puppy really needs you to just die. We should outspeed, which is great. Cool, super effective, focus energy. Well, it'll be dead before it does anything, so that's fine. Boom, roasted. Are you kidding me? Still mad about it. Heck yeah. Level 22? Yes. If only I could just Verse Seek against this one trainer. I would just keep doing it over and over again. Also, I do still have 3 trainers on route, was it 10? After Rock Tunnel that are available too, so we don't have to just rely on the Verse Seeker if needed, which is pretty cool. But yeah. You just have to recharge, but 100 step on the bike is nothing. Also reminds me how I trained up by doing gym leader rematch. Yeah, I honestly, it's crazy. I think I may have done just one gym leader rematch, but otherwise never did it. Heart Gold and Soul Silver is another one that I'll be very excited to get back to. Obviously, as I said in one stream I just did a couple days ago, where I did my favorite Pokemon, Johto is my favorite region ever. I love the Johto region because I love Gold, Silver, and Crystal. They're my favorite games. So, yeah, I cannot wait to get to replay some of those games and have a computer that can do it worthwhile in a worthwhile manner. So that'll also be cool. Hey! Hi, bud. Would you like to just keep having your Pokemon die over and over again? I think that'd be a great idea. Hell yes. Do I know how much money I have? I think I'm in the 30 to 40 range. I'm somewhere probably in the 30 range. I'll look up after this battle, just in case, but yes, I also definitely went to the, because I know I can get a Firestone. Firestone is no problem. But one of the things I was looking for was, because I know Arcanine doesn't learn anything in Gen 3 from a learn set standpoint, I was trying to at least get Flame Wheel at level 31. And I knew Erika wouldn't be a problem, and if I had to, I could hide Curry. Because frankly, I could just hide Curry if I have to get through that Giovanni fight. And just, as long as literally, I don't want to do this. I want to make this clear. But if I had Gyarados and the possibility of an Arcanine, I'd literally be fine. Because I know I have 2 really strong mons that can just take care of business. And I could get another good grass type somewhere along the way to make a core and kind of go from there. Let's use that fresh water. Alright, so let's do this and see what we got. I currently have, 40 grand. So that's what I have money-wise. I already looked at the game corner, and I tend to, when I have enough money in a general playthrough, just buy enough coins, because I'm not going to spend the time going through and doing all this kind of stuff. So one thing I tend to do is I'll just go to the game corner and buy the TM, essentially. But I also would love to just get the guaranteed Dragonair too, which is actually cheaper than the TM, crazily enough. So, and hilariously, I just thought of the ridiculous prospect of going forth and just resetting until I got a shiny, but I'm not going to do that because I'll hate myself if I did that. Because then also, if we had Dragonair to Dragonite with a Gyarados, we'd be kind of sweeping things pretty well. Also, this Verse Seeker is a game changer, and my god, Alien's Reach, if you were here, I'd kiss you on the lips, because this is the most worthwhile thing ever. This is so nice. This is so nice. You're halfway to getting the Flamethrower TM. It's 80 coins in the game. That way you can have a Arcanine with Flamethrower. Yes, that is true. Very true. Alright. keep doing steps. The question is, because I want to use all of it. Alright, so I can get through one more battle of Beedrills. So we're going to keep going there, here to here. And Erika learns one move once he evolves. Yeah, extreme speed. I knew about extreme speed, but it doesn't learn a single fire move, which is absurd, by the way. So, and I would definitely love to go flamethrower extreme speed. If it can still learn Thunderbolt, probably Thunderbolt, and something else. A good status move or something of that nature. Yeah, my God, this is tremendous. This is so nice. Yeah, you're intimidated. You're intimidated by this adorable puppy. To be fair, the one thing I think helps is lore. Actually, lore adjacent stuff for Intimidate, because I think it's hilarious that Growlithe gets Intimidate. Arcanine, I get it. It's like 6 feet tall. It's a giant fire tiger dog, and it's the fastest thing ever. I get that. But the idea that Growlithe is intimidating is hilarious to me. However, it is frequently seen with the police. Ergo, really scary. So, I could understand the Intimidate from being lore-adjacent materials. Hell yes. Alrighty. Whew. Okay. We have... I know we have Ether. Use that. Cool. We're good on that then. So we're going to run around. It's hilarious to just have you guys watch me grind this Arcanine up. But grind is a pretty relative term when we've got the Verse Seeker going. What do you mean? Ethers for the E4, there's only a limited amount of them, and you can't be bought at any point. Yeah, that's true. Alright, I won't do that anymore. Cool. That is fair. And also, thank you for being confident enough that I'm actually going to get to the E4. Because part of me thinks that's a hilarious statement, but part of me is like, hey, thank you so much, because I believe I can do it too. Boom. 50-50 if they want to rebattle. It can be annoying. Okay. Nope. We'll say we're about to... We could go maybe get some fisherman encounters. So that'd be nice to have for the electrode possibility here. Great. Greatness. So admittedly, I am just going to stick here and do this because I'm going to get both the Pidgeotto and the Growlithe up. And then this team will be pretty stacked, frankly, for what it needs. Well, yeah. I know this is the grind of it all, but it's a good grind to have when you can just sit here and get the Pokemon you need up. Especially when you just click one move. I'm also going to switch it before it is said. Dick move, Beedrill. Dick move. Boom. Roasted. Whew. Hey, takedown. Okay, we'll take takedown. I like Odor Sleuth more than Leer, so we'll keep takedown for now. I don't really like moves like takedown, I'll admit, but I know in a Nuzlocke they can be very worthwhile when sometimes you just gotta throw it up. Nice. Idiot. Yay! Yay! Alright, I'm thinking level 26 was probably where I'll stop doing this, at least for now. Just so, because I can already tell I'm even starting to get bored. And I don't want to do that. But I do want to just, I want to keep having some momentum. So we'll stop it. Once we get 26, then I might just go straight to Erika. And just take out her grass types, because it's going to be Growlithe the whole time. Sweet. Sweet. Also, thank you to whoever's hanging out in the chat, besides some friends here. Everyone's a friend here. Friends with everybody here on Twitch. The nameless and the faceless makes everybody friendly. It's the exact opposite of what actually it feels like in real life. Boy, I promise. It's worth doing the safe training method. Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I fully agree with you. It's just more so... I don't think we're going to hit level cap or anything. Also, I guess I should... Okay. Okay, Curry. I'm always going to do this method now. I will probably just keep going back to this one. Especially with the Pidgeotto on the team, because I'm just looking right now. Cinnamon can easily use this training method. I will find a grass trainer for Cherry. Cardamom is just kind of like whatever works and gives the best XP. Probably this, honestly. And Raspberry, I'll wait till we're in more of a fishing encounter area, because then that way we have... Actually, is there one with a bunch of Drowsies in it? That wouldn't be bad for Cherry, but we'll do that so then we can just keep shocking everybody with Raspberry and going from there. But, here's what we're going to do. Bike. Yay, yay. Whoa. And we'll go and take care of some friends. And at least use the power points that we just got from Ether. So perhaps below lavender has yeah. That's exactly my thoughts. Was just go beneath or go south of lavender and just farm that with Voltorb and call it. I wanted a crit. A little more fun. And yeah, as you said, don't worry about the boredom. I just got to keep repeating the mantra: play lame, win game. You know, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. But this Verse Seeker is a complete game changer. And again, I had played the Gen 1 games. I never played the Gen 3 games until I was older. So when I saw Verse Seeker, I'm like, why the hell would I want that? Just not thinking things. Granted, most of the time I'm not playing with a Nuzlocke, but I've done some theme playthroughs. By the way, have opinions or love to get some feedback for whoever's interested of doing some themed playthroughs where, although I can say I'm enjoying this Nuzlocke and I feel like it's a great challenge, I don't want to do Nuzlocks all day every day. So I am thinking about doing some themed playthroughs where I did a randomizer once and it's just too much footage to edit without really going through some things. It'll take a long time, or at least I'm taking notes throughout this process. But I did one where I was a surfer of a randomizer, so the only Pokemon I could have had to be able to learn surf. And thankfully I got a starter that could learn it in a randomizer, but then my first catch was a level 3 Tauros, because for some reason Tauros can learn surf. I thought that was just a fun little nod, kind of similar, not as crazy as Doduo and Dodrio being able to learn fly, but it was just fun to be like, oh, I never thought about this. Yeah, I definitely thought that could be fun, of just doing some playthroughs like that. I did one again back in the, like, almost a year ago, and again, I just didn't take enough notes to really do it properly and want to grind out the edit process, but of doing a video that it was all, every Pokemon had to be pink or be part of an evolutionary line where one of the Pokemon was pink, because it was Pink Pony Club. So to be a part of the Pink Pony Club, you had to be a pink Pokemon. So I definitely, and I would definitely do, like, get into character and do it. Even for, if I were going to do Pink Pony Club, I certainly would probably do some makeup and have some fun with it. But yeah, just stuff like that I think is always fun to do. And it does liven it up and change pace, because I will say I'm just like everybody else. Do I plan to stream Legends Z8? Possibly. It's just because without that second screen, it really does make it a pain in the ass to stream Switch content. But I could do it. So I'm not going to say no. Just maybe. It's a possibility. Alrighty. Ye old Beedrill. Would you like to lose to this adorable puppy again? I think you would. Boom. Why are you... Boom. Roasted. Hell yeah. No, we ain't changing. One shot. Ah, lame. Lame. Bless me. Whew. Yeah, this Verse Seeker is a game changer. Like I said, Aliens Reach, thank you so much for this idea. This is the best thing that's happened in a long time. And I'm pretty sure I took at least $1,000, if not $2,000 off this kid. So, which is always fun. Nope. We're flying. And I'm going to play with some trainers in Celadon. I want to move towards Erika. I want to take Erika out. Also, I don't know what that is, but that certainly looks... I see, obviously, I know the thumbs up and everything. Appreciate that. But, is that Geralt of Rivia? Because now we're speaking my language again, if we're talking Witcher. I don't know if it is, but your little emoji cartoony guy is certainly giving Geralt of Rivia vibes right now. And if we're doing that, I'm here for it. Alright. This old motherfucker always creeping outside. What is it with Pokemon games where they just always feel the need to put old creepy guys in? Hell yeah. Any excuse to get Geralt of Rivia on screen is worthwhile. Geralt is the one character when actually Ash has heard a lot about this, where one of the video essays I'm going to do soon, or I'm going to do stream and then put it in video format, is if I was building the next Smash game. And I think it's just a really fun concept to play with. And the one time I think about breaking the rule of it has to be a video game character is because the book character and the video game character are so different. I'm always like, Geralt. I think it should be Geralt. And it'd be cool, but I always stick to the rules, but I always want to break them for Geralt. Because I just love to have any excuse to play Geralt of Rivia in any game ever. Dude, just come on. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know he's going to wake up and he's just going to burn you, Weeping Bell. Sorry. I want to respect the gender of my puppy. And I mean that in all sincerity. I'm just still got Cayenne in my head. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Burn it! Yeah! There you go. That should be some more good XP jump right there. Heck yeah! But yeah, I am going to take full advantage of the trainers in here because we have such a good advantage against them. Sleep does suck. I don't know what it is about Gen 3, because Emerald is the exact same. The status conditions are absurd. They last so long and they seemingly never work for you, but always work for the trainer against you. And to the point where it's worse, because they inspire you to play differently. Oddish, it wasn't my fault you died. It was an arena trap Dugtrio. So stop taking it out on me. Stop poisoning my puppy. Yes, I would. Let's go to Cherry here. And move from there. I want to focus energy. And we can fish for some crits while we take these guys out. That's a choice. But it's just like Gen 3 is so annoying because then you want to play status conditions sometimes. And it never works. But it always works for the opposing trainer. It's ridiculous. Speaking of, again, it would have been great had in the Celadon department store, or just anywhere, frankly, in Kanto, because they brought in berries in the past 2 generations, and Emerald, it does such a good job with berries, or just the Hoenn region in general. Had they just made a market where you could have bought berries, would have been so much better. That is one nice feature of ZA. The problem is you can find a berry anywhere out in the world at any time because it's so easy to get items there. But it is something that I certainly would be like, come on, it'd be great to be able to do. Yay! Cherry! Sweet. Level 25. Love it. Do I want Rage? I don't think I do, but I'll read it. I'm trying to avoid hits. No, I don't want Rage. I'd prefer to just do our traditional means, which is focus energy and hit. There we go, Cherry. Is this gym just a bunch of bug catchers? Because that's what it feels like right now. Come on. Oh, come on. One sliver. Oh, my God. With the stun spore. Straight garbage, homie. Straight garbage. Thank God. Bam. Alright, cool. We'll go back and heal. And keep on training. I do like the beauty sprite in this. I think the sprite work in Gen 3 is so nice. Oh, shit. Yep. Exactly. Very straightforward. Cool. Am I going to make it? Yeah, I'll make it. Okay. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Glad to know that still exists. Remember one time I was playing as a kid, and I literally was at that step, and I was right before I could click the button, and my last Pokemon fainted to poison. And I wanted to end it. And I was a kid, so I wasn't thinking about antidotes or anything like that. And I had to do a whole section of the map over again, simply because I fainted at the wrong spot before I could get to the Pokemon Center. It was terrible. Which it shouldn't be that way, but it was. I don't know how it worked that way, but it did. Alrighty. Sweet. And I am going to use all of these since we have such type advantages against it, and might as well take advantage of it, so... Also, question, because I never do it. Is a Verse Seeker worthwhile in a gym? You know, are there gyms that'll work in? Because that would also be dope. Don't know, but I wanted to ask. Also, the starters, they don't give enough XP points in this game, and it's really upsetting. Sweet. Alright, we're one from level cap, so we do have to be a little cautious. It's the worst when you die from the walking poison. Yep, it's terrible. I hated my existence for a long time. Perhaps that's where the self-loathing came from. Oh, yeah, outside of buildings. I'm sorry, you already said that. Yes, good. You get status, not me. Excellent. Good. Give you a little Mr. Burns there for funsies. Awesome. Alright, we're going to come here. We're going to take on this trainer. We're going to get to level cap with Growlithe, and then I'm going to look at Beedrill and Pidgeotto. I'm going to look at Cinnamon and Cherry for XP purposes. Sweet. Because obviously I know with Curry we're just going to try to muscle our way through Erika by just spamming. We're just going to spam Ember. Like, that's all we're going to do in this gym. Until we're level 29. And then Erika, we're just going to spam Ember. So, ideal world, I'm at a strong level 29. and then could get to level 31 and get Flame Wheel, and then immediately go over to the department store and buy that wonderful Firestone. That'd be great. Because at this point, I am just going to wait for Flame Wheel. And then I'll get Flamethrower. I'll get Flamethrower down the road when we have enough money. Cool Trainer Mary with 5 Pokemon. Interesting. Yeah, so we just are spamming Ember. Sweet. This is where fire types are so fun. Because fire types have so much more liabilities than people think they do. Or remember they do. There's also a decent backup. He can take a great amount of hits. He's neutral to grass. Yeah. So, exactly. Like, we have so many options to muscle through this gym. I am not concerned whatsoever. Oddish. Be cool. We're just trying to XP farm here. That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do here, friends. And I'm not trying to evade you. I'm just trying to beat you. I was already going to do it anyways. Alright, Cinnamon, let's do this. Sweet. Stun Spore, miss, great. Hit Fly. Perfect. Let's use Gloom. Am I going to change? No, I am not. And you'll be shocked. I'm going to spam Fly. Because this is what it is. This is the spam gym. We just spam. But as I was saying, fire types feel like they can just sweep all the time. Even though they may not actually be able to, it does feel like they can just sweep. And it is a very fun feeling. Just be like, alright, dead, 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 dead. Oh, damn it. Alright, I'm going to take a gamble. Nope, that was not what I meant to do, but it's fine. Good. I'm going to take a gamble on Fly, because I don't think Gloom's going to do anything, and move from there. Cool. Gamble on Fly, because Gloom's going to just keep sweet scenting. If not, then I'm going to switch out to Beedrill just so I can do some stuff. Alright, flew up high. Cool. Sweet. Great. XP, 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 baby. Ivysaur. Yes, I am going to change, and I'm going to switch to Cherry. And I'm going to focus energy into Twin Needle. Imagine if we just had an Ivysaur on this team. Just imagine. It would have been glorious. And it could have happened, but I was an idiot and lost it in Viridian Forest. It'll never not haunt me. It'll be with me till the day I die. The sleep powder. The sleep powder, man. And bug type moves suck in this game, even though they are good. Specifically in this scenario. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, Cherry, come on. Yep, that should be fine. We could tank that. It's the best move it has. It's Razor Leaf, so that's fine. Wake up, Cherry, come on, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh, God, it's obnoxious. Alright, we're going to do one last one, and, okay, yeah, it's Gyarados time. Ew. Ugh. Terrible. Gyarados, let's go. We're going to bite stuff. We're going to Dragon Rage stuff. Rude. Crit. Dragon Rage. Yeah. Dragon Rage. It looks cool. It's not really that effective. Sleep powder again? Stop putting me to sleep, you stupid bastards. Stop doing it. No one asked you to do this. No one said put everyone to sleep. You just said that. Stop doing it. Nobody asked you to do it. Nobody likes you. You're tacky and I hate you. To quote a great movie. I'm annoyed now. Now I have to switch out my Gyarados. And we're just going to fish for one move. Oh my god. So obnoxious. The status conditions are ridiculous. Yay! Die! Dodo, Earthseeker. Status moves in gym. Just taking some notes for the edit of all these streams together in the one big video. No one's poisoned, thankfully. We're gonna go heal up. Just naturally couldn't just go to a plan. Couldn't just burn through everybody. I guess I got more experience for everybody on the team generally. But nonetheless, that's not what the goal was. Wasn't what the goal was. The other thing that's great is we are going to definitely take out Giovanni relatively quickly. Which I'm going to take out Erika and Giovanni before the end of this stream. Do not fret. That is what's going to happen. And then admittedly, I might move straight on over to Saffron and take out Sabrina in the next stream or two. And we should, with the team we have, actually have a pretty effective team to take on the Fighting Dojo and get a fighting Pokemon back in the mix, which would be real cool, admittedly. So, alright. How many XP points we need? Alright, so one and done. And honestly, if we can get through with just Growlithe, I'm going to take on Erika right away. Because I think that's faster and more fun for everybody, including myself, the one who's playing. So, Beauty Lori with an Execute. Does this blow up? I think it blows up. I don't know if it does, but I don't like it. So I'm just going to hopefully burn the shit out of it real fast. There we go. No problem. Didn't matter if it was going to blow up or not, guys. We're good. We're safe. Everyone cool. Everyone be cool. Be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool. Alrighty. Ooh, splendid. Alright. Let's do another one. Let's get out of this relatively unscathed. And go from there. Nice. Hold on. Stop stream. Start streaming. Sorry, guys. The camera just freeze? Alright. Let's hope that works for you guys. Yeah, we're moving. We're good. Cool. Sorry about that. Didn't notice I was just so frozen for everybody. So thanks for staying with me. Whoever's in the stream right now, it is appreciated. Just want to double check and see everything was done. We are back without technical difficulty, so that's great. Hell yeah. We're not switching. We Gucci, man. Alright, so I'm going to look at Erika quick. Because I see Stun Spore, Poison Powder, Sleep, and Stun. I'm going to put a... All three of her Pokemon have a poison move and are poison type. Two of them are grass poison. One's just grass. They all have poison moves. So I'm actually going to use some berries here before doing this. So, and I'm also just going to look at the PowerPoints quick. Because I would like to... Yeah, 20 is fine with Ember. So I want to sweep with this with just Curry if possible. As much as I love just beating up this gym, because my team was tailor-made to beat this gym up, I'm going to give some berries to our Pokemon. Alright, paralysis or poison. I think I like paralysis. Because Stun Spore could get me, Stun Spores could get me twice. Poison I can fight through relatively quickly. Para is what's going to slow us down and could cause problems. Because Poison I can always switch out on. Yeah. And then I'm also going to give a Poison Berry to hold the Cinnamon, because Cinnamon's going to be the backup, because then we can really start cooking with gas if we got these guys. And we're going to ceremoniously save, even though it's Nuzlocke, so it doesn't really matter, but at least it's the milestone. We're going to save state here. Cool. We're golden. We're Gucci. Whoever's in the chat, if you could just say, hey, what's up? Hey, cool. Thank you. You got the message without even me saying. I just want to make sure that if you were in the chat, you could still, see and know that we were streaming and going. So, it's Erika time. Let's roll. Let's go. That was a long speech for no reason. We burn, and we hope it stun spores if it saves. If it is still viable. Yeah, so we're hoping a stun spore. Yep, that's fine, because we have our berry. Okay. Boom. Good for you, man. I will say, I am straight edge. However, to each their own, I think that's great, and I have many people in my very close inner circle that are all running their own grass gyms, and honestly, they're all better people for it, so I'm here for it. And the fact that it's still not legalized is fucking ridiculous across the country, but that's a different story. Alrighty. Not bad for... Yep, use your hyper potion. Just really tiny, small, controlled burns, right? What they tell us about forest fires. Alrighty. We take Vileplume. Unfortunately, we used the berry already, but... I almost wanted to poison as opposed to paralyze me, but we're going to just see if we can roll with it. And fight through. Only you can prevent boring family dinners. True. That is very true. Okay, one more. We're fishing. That's game, bitch! Whoo! Sweeping! Sweeping with the best! Boom. Giga Drain will be great for other stuff too, so it'll be nice. Have more or stronger Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, it's true. What's odd is Misty, if you have the wrong Pokemon, Misty can be a real bitch. And Lieutenant Surge, if you don't get that ground type move working, can also be a real bitch. Now, I played through Lieutenant Surge relatively well, shockingly. Koga and the cap is 43. I know, it's crazy. So the reason I'm going to Cerulean City is this. I'm going to heal up, and we're going to do the Verse Seeker. Because I'm going to level 31, I'm getting Flame Wheel. And I'll be much happier. And then we go and get our Arcanine, because we're going to get a Firestone. That is the plan. That's the whole plan. And from what was once the weakest Pokemon in our party is now the strongest. As it should be. So we got to do 2 Verse Seeker battles, which isn't a problem. I'm also going to take this berry back just in case of future problems. But honestly, that berry was also a great play. I'm glad I thought of that beforehand. Good chunk of change by now. Yeah. So let's see. What do we got money-wise here? 52 G's ain't bad. And we're about to go get another $400 or $500 from this kid. We're about to take Giovanni out too. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Alright, we go to our bag. Verse Seeker, we use it. Oh no! How often do they say no to you, and do I have to go find another trainer? Because that will be obnoxious, I will say that. I mean, I can get other stuff, it's not a problem, but it's just the obnoxiousness of having to do it. Not too often. Okay, cool. There it is. Okay, cool. Alright. Our favorite trainer in the world. Ye old bug catcher Brent. And his easy kill squad. Goodbye. Sweet. Sweet. Oh. Nope. 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 Not switching. Not switching. Not switching. Hell yes. It's done. Alrighty. One more verse battle. Maybe 2 at max. Use our first Seeker. What is this? Hell yes, let's go. Alrighty. I'm shocked this Beedrill survived, frankly. Perfect. One more. Maybe 2 more embers. Level 31. We learn Flame Wheel. Oh. Yes. Love it. We'll take the cheap win when we can get it. Hell yeah. Level 31. Absolutely. Flame Wheel. Yes. I'd love to learn some Flame Wheel. So I want Takedown still. I kind of like Ember only for the catching purposes of it. I know that's kind of crazy. But also disables or anything like that, we still have it. Where Takedown, I don't really love it. And I have other moves that can be strong that are of the normal variety. So I'm going to get rid of Takedown. Thief I'm keeping temporarily. It's an answer for Sabrina, which is why we're doing that. Total waste of time. Alright, so how much bread we got now? 53. No big deal. Now let's move on out. Nope. There it is. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to go to Saffron. I was talking about Sabrina too much. Whoops. Celadon! Hooray! Alright, I'm going to heal for posterity's sake for the PowerPoints. Great. Boom. Love that. Alright, let's go get ourselves an Arcanine. Before you evolve, it's worth stats, then compare after he evolves. Okay, fair. I think it's the floor 3, I want to say. No, it's 2. Maybe? I don't know. Who cares? Nope. Wrong. Okay, cool. Cool. For curiosity, Aliens Reach, how many Nuzlocks have you done? I'm a pretty seasoned veteran here. Do I keep going to the wrong goddamn counter? No, okay, cool. Alrighty. And then I'm also going to go up on the roof, because I'm going to get the cheapest potions we can get, which is a bunch of sodas. So we're going to go down, and then we're going to evolve into Arcanine, and we're going to charge, or we're going to look at its stats as we move forward and go. And then we go. Then we can play the game. In front of the area with its greatest travesty. Probably attempted about 20 on just Fire Red. Technically like 8, I think. The few times I tried as well, but they're much easier after like the 5th try, I would assume. You remember stuff more and know what to do for the long run. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, as I said, I've only attempted like 2 of them in the past, one of which was a randomizer, and that was wild. Okay. 53, 37, 57, 41, 47. So 50, 30, 50, 40, 40. Cool. 3 7s and 1s, all odds. I should remember that. 53, 37, 57, 41, 40. Cool. It's time. You guys know what time it is? Because I'm a nerd. It's morphin' time. It's morphin' time. Boom! Let's go. Greatest Pokemon of all time. Acknowledge our tribal chief. Throw the 1s up to the sky. Yes! Yeah, I'm sure Gen 2 was a nightmare. And our boy Curry is here to absolutely decimate stuff. Holy shit. Okay, that's a jump. So, we went up 24 points on the attack because it was 53, 37, 57, 41, 47. Okay, so we got a 20 plus jump on, we did what, 24 on the defense, 22 on the special attack, 17 on the special defense, and the speed went up over 20 points. As if we weren't fast enough, because we got 22 on the speed. And although lore-wise it's like the fastest Pokemon ever, somehow it's not the fastest Pokemon in-game, which is fucking ridiculous. But here we go. God damn! Throw our 1s up to the sky. Acknowledge our tribal chief, baby. And now, let's go bust up a crime lord. And make him pay all in revenge of the other would-be Arcanine. The prince that was promised. Stolen from us. Alrighty. Yay. Puzzle time. Nope, I don't need to do that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. And every trainer that we don't need to face is left alone. However, I'm pretty confident we could just burn the shit out of them. Alright, basement 4. We're going to switch Gyarados into our lead. And we probably will clean up with Curry if we have to, but I would not be shocked if Sashimi just takes care of it. No problem with that Kangaskhan. Also, what's up? We'll take that netball. We'll take that nest ball. For posterity's sake, as always. With 4 gym badges. Alrighty, the real save. Boom. And we take on Giovanni. It's time to bust it up. Let's go to work. Boss Giovanni sent out Onyx, which will die to Water Pulse very quickly. Oh, and we're almost to level 28. Great. And we've intimidated. Even better. Oh, nice. You're 3. Ooh. Item finder close to. Okay. And we have a lot of evolutions coming our way. Rhyhorn, not a problem. Now, I'm just thinking out loud here, that I'm going to go for a bite right away on the Kangaskhan and go for the flinch. And then I'm going to try I'm going to try Water Pulse afterwards. So let me think about this quick. Kangaskhan. Nope. Oh my god. I'm also just learning this for my own sake. I'm just looking up Kangaskhan right now, and I want to look up its stats. Its base stats. Far more of a physical specimen than a special specimen, but the special defense actually is high at 80. But special attack sucks. Speed of 90 is also insane for base stat total, but whatever. So we're going to bite, look for flinch. Tail Whip's not that big. Crazy defense numbers. Dragon Rage will be the most damage. It's flat 40 HP. Cool. I was trying to get for the flinch, but it's fine. Alright, Dragon Rage 40. Sweet. Dragon Rage 40 again. Oh, Mega Punch. Come on. And we're not outspeeding this thing. I'm not going to risk it because I refuse to risk it. And we go to Curry. We switch Curry in. It'll probably do something crazy. Show would be shocked by. It's fine. And let's use Flame Wheel. And we outspeed Glorious. Boom! And that is one Crime Lord down. I don't know if anyone has else seen the movie Super from like 2010, but shut up, crime! That's what I just did right there. It was easy. It was super easy. Of course it was. I wanted to stay in with Gyarados, but I was like, you know what? It's just not worthwhile. Sylph Scope, baby! And if we want to, I think it's insane. But oh, wait. Who's this guy got? I don't think I've done this one. Oh, God. Team Rocket Hideout. Who's on? Oh, God. He's got a coughing. Nope. I know it's insane because we're doing so well, but nope. I won't do it. Not doing it. He's a fight, but he's easy. I know he's easy. I know you're right. I know you're 1,000% right. But here's what I also know. I'm not risking a self-destruct. I can just do this and walk out. I can just do that. Alright, we have defeated Giovanni. So in the span of 25 minutes, we have defeated technically 2 gym leaders, even though one only counts as a gym leader right now. And we have the capability to move forward, doing a lot of good stuff, which is dope. Now, I'm thinking, I'm not going to lie, I might go Verse Seek in the near future, but this is our team right now as constructed. So, not bad. I'm also wondering what I'm going to evolve Eevee into, because now all 3 options in all 3 Gen 1 options are filled. And that's my big question here, is I can go, and I might play around and see if something bad happens. As previously discussed, where I could just wait and stick it out and see what is there. But I don't know. Also, whoever just joined the stream, thanks for joining. It's appreciative. But, yeah. And obviously, I'd love to get Raspberry far more leveled up. But here's what I think we're going to do. What's the rival fight like? Alright. Rival Fire Red. Okay. Alright. Player reaches Lavender Town. Sup? What's up, Cynthia? Alrighty. Okay. So, am I in the 4th battle or the 5th battle? Doing good. Doing good. Saw some of your messages last night. I don't want to put you off, but I also was falling asleep. I'm still considering some options. Just to give you that. 4th. Yeah. I'm just looking, because, like, 4th battle, it says that the player reaches Lavender Town before fighting the rival here. This battle becomes unavailable. Huh. So, and it still has Eradicate in that one. Oh no, that's SSM. Alright, this is Pokemon Tower. Okay, so he has Pidgeotto, Execute, Gyarados, Kadabra, and Charmeleon. All of which are very underleveled compared to us. Yeah. So, here's where we go. So, we're going to head on over to Lavender Town. And we are going to go ahead and Pokemon Tower it up. I'm going to look up what are the levels. 25 for Pidgeotto. That's not bad. But I'm getting greedy. Yeah, the OG. Are you talking about Pokemon Adventures? Because Pokemon Adventures is like the coolest thing ever. I never talked to any of these people either, by the way. Rival fight! Pokemon Adventures is so goddamn cool. Let me tell you this. Okay, so to answer someone's question, Cynthia, the stream is going really well right now. We just got an Arcanine, favorite Pokemon of all time. Acknowledge your tribal chief, ones to the sky. Okay, just beat Erika. We took out Giovanni literally right after it, so it's awesome. The stream just got better because we're now talking about Pokemon Adventures, the manga series. I wish I could pull it up for you. Hold on one second. It's literally right behind me. Boxed. Boxed. And I have all the collector sets behind me as well. I have all the collected editions through Emerald. I have the boxed, which was actually a pretty penny when I found it, of the Gen 4 run. I have not read Gen 5, and I have read half of the Heart Gold Soul Silver arc. But that series is so goddamn good, it's not even funny. Like, I would recommend anybody who wants to love Pokemon again, like the way they did as a child, to read that series. Because it gives you adult sensibilities with still just this wonderful playfulness, but really cool stuff happens. I love that series so much. It is so good. So I'm doing this intentionally. I'm going to see, what does Blue have? Gust, Sand Attack, Whirlwind, Quick Attack. I can survive all those, so I'm going to think. And the second one's an Execute, so I don't really need to... I can just go straight to... Cool. I'm trying to be greedy and get some XP for Voltorb. Raspberry. Pokemon fights seem legitimately like two monsters fighting instead of plushies bopping each other a few times. Yeah. When it's Pokemon Tower in that is insane when Arbok gets like chopped in half and you're like, what the it's the first time it also happens where you see something that menacing and you have to just go and scream, what the fuck? Because it's just so good to see it. Alright, rival fight, here we go. And what they do with Eevee in that game, what they do with Mewtwo or in the series with Mewtwo is great, and Blaine and Eevee. It's just so fun and creative. I love the Pokemon Adventures manga series. I'm going to charge because I think we can take a hit. Yeah. Oh, why you gotta do that? It's fine. Done. Boom. There we go, Raspberry. Let's use Gyarados. Gyarados, you say, huh? Spark again. Shit. I wanted to stay, but we can't stay. I wanted to stay so bad, but we couldn't stay. Let's do a quick attack with Cinnamon. I think we can survive a Thrash. Oh, I should have stayed, but no, I should not have stayed. I want to make that very clear. I should not have stayed. Sweet. Level 27. Love that. Wing attack, finally. Good move to get. I've yet to use Whirlwind. And I don't know if I ever will. Will I use Whirlwind? That's a great question. If anyone in the chat wants to pop with an answer quick, I will wait. I'll wait like 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, that's what I thought too. Alrighty. Alright. Wing attack it is. Okay. Execute, no problem. We're going to stick. And we're going to try out our new move. Stupid sleep. And it's got a Kadabra and Charmeleon after that, which is no problem. It's not going to do another sweep move. Alrighty. I could pretty much stay in with Curry if I wanted to, but... Okie dokie, Smokey. Oh, come on! Ridiculous with the confusion, the status moves. Playing around the status is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, he don't miss. Exactly. Thank God. Are you kidding me? I was about to be so mad. Yeah, 60% accuracy, my ass. You were completely correct. That's another thing I will say, going back to another question from Cynthia. We had a battle in Erika's gym that took legitimately 7 to 10 minutes, I think. Because we had to deal with a bunch of status conditions. It was absurd. And so that is the one thing that is happening during the stream a lot, is we are dealing with a lot of garbage status moves right now. Cherry! Me oh my cherry. I'm only doing this for XP. I'm not actually going to have it battle it. Alright, Shishimi. Let's end it. Let's show him whose Gyarados is better. And also my fire type is better than your fire type. But, nonetheless. Hell yeah. Whoever just joined the stream, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Also, want to ask anyone in the chat if they know. Is there something I could do to trade Pokemon for trade evolutions? I'm on a basic ROM of the game. I'm playing it straight. There's nothing special about it. And if there is something I would do it, I would highly consider, running with a Haunter Gengar. And then obviously if we got another trade evolution that was worthwhile, I'd roll with it too, but I just want to, see if that is a viable option as we move forward. And then do something quick. I'm just going to look something up quick while we do this. I'm also enjoying myself quite a bit. Depends on the emulator you're using. If you can show the toolbar on screen, you can check if you can run 2 games at the same time and link them locally to trade them. I'm on MGBA. That is the emulator I'm using. So that is something I do have running right now. Alright. Okay. Ghost to Ghost. It's the defender. Boom, 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 boom. Ghost and Dark. Sure. I can try to. Nope. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. Tools. This is our toolbar. So that's what we got. Where it's basically look through the options for anything that says link local or something similar. Boom, boom, boom. Cheats. I got cheats. Game state views. Nothing. Alrighty. Nothing. Emulation. Replace ROM. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. No big deal. Whatever. I wasn't super attached to the idea either, but I did want to see what we had there. Cool. I think that's where I had it. I just like having it in a similar place. Cool. So, it's no big deal if I can't do it. It's whatever. Yeah, I forgot about that. Did I heal my Pokemon? I did. Cool. Alrighty. So, we're going to run through. It's not that long. Also, I would just love to have Haunter on the team, frankly. I prefer Haunter to Gengar. Let me look at this Pokemon Tower quick. A lot of floors. I forgot how many floors are this bitch. But alright. Yeah, let's roll. Be gone, malevolent spirit. I am a malevolent spirit. Chandler, Patricia, and their Ghastly. Yep. Something tells me I'm going to be doing this a lot in this. Hell yeah. Oh. Getting every item possible here, guys. Whoever just joined the stream, thank you for joining. Hope everything is going well for you. I was not intending on doing Pokemon Tower tonight, but now I just said, what the hell, let's do it, because we're having a good time. So I will probably give myself 30 minutes to do it. If I'm damn close, I'll just finish it, obviously, but if you want a para, that'd be cool. Darn it. We'll risk one, and then we will go from there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Also, can you catch the Marowak in here? I don't think you can. I don't remember being able to do that. But I just had that thought. I was like, could I catch the Marowak? And I'm not going to... Another thing I am going to do is... Okay, here's our encounter. Ghastly. 17? Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, I avoid Silent Boom. That's what I thought. I assumed, but I just wanted to double check. It's just rude. Stay in the ball, Ghastly. There we go. Can topple an Indian elephant by enveloping the prey in 2 seconds, which is wild. Also, I don't know how you guys feel. I don't really like the real-world references in Pokemon. Just seems odd. Now, this is a little on the nose, but Gastreak is a fun name. And I'm just going to quick double check that I spelled that one right, you know. I got so many tabs open right now, it's ridiculous. Boom, okay, Gastreak, cool. This is stupid, oh my god. Sorry, I just saw a really new headline. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Not the dumbest thing, because I live in the United States of America, so dumb things happen all the time. But, I don't know how anyone's politics are, but, so, sorry if I'm bringing anybody down here, but, not, apparently we're, halting, advising people from getting the hepatitis B vaccine, so that seems really smart and really cool. Like, what the fuck? Also, I'm married to a doctor, if anyone is interested in knowing my bias. For anything, but that's not even bias. I think that's just logic. Alrighty. Level 14. Ugh. Not even worth the time. Thought I could make that one. Channeler Jody. It's always what I love. Like, to me, I think a channeler should have like just a little old-fashioned of a name. Makes it feel a little bit more, I don't know. There's more gravitas to it, I guess. Rude. However, Spite is a great move. Underrated move. It's just not worthwhile for big playthroughs. Is this just going to be the, Skew special attack EVs. It's worth it for Raspberry to kill as many as they can. Their special attack needs the help. Yeah! Thanks for noticing that for me. So kill all the Ghastlies possible. Got it. I'm on it. You ask and you shall receive, my friend. We will do as much as possible to get this Voltorb some EV help up to so we can get some help on the EV. Spark it up. I'll never understand that. Curse is a move makes no sense to me. Well, no, but he can be replaced by pretty much any other electric type. I just love the speed. The speed is what I like. Now, granted, I understand Jolteon is also extremely fast. I don't have an issue running 2 electric types either. Well, there's our answer! I guess we have a Jolteon now. Cool. I hate myself right now. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do this. I was playing smart. Well, apparently your opinions of Voltorb came through really hard on this one. Just gotta write down a Voltorb death for the notes there. And cool. So we're gonna just escape rope on out of here. I'm gonna go on the non-Jolteon where you can grab a Magnemite at the power plant many times. It's really good type for him. That's true. Okay. What do you think my Eevee should be then? And I sorry, that tone may have been a little off. What do you think that Eevee should be then? Because my water type is obviously Gyarados. We're running Gyarados till the very end. So, what do we do with this Eevee? Because if we had other options, I would obviously go. Even if we even just had the Gen 2 options, I would go with Espeon or Umbreon over one of the Stone Evos. And that's where my concern lies, is like, what do I do with it? He's just too good. Alright, yeah. Jolteon he is. Alrighty, let's move some Pokemon around. Unfortunately, one of these guys is coming out the box. Because Raspberry, you've been a good soldier until you got cursed. 07's to you. Nope. I don't like that my box looks a lot more attractive Pokemon-wise. Or my graveyard than my box. Who do we bring out the box? We can get Gastreak, I guess. Ghost Poison type doesn't suck. You could also run a ground type game with Salt. Got a lot of flying types already. I don't think I need them, but actually, let's think ahead. let's think ahead here. We have a Psychic Gym. Ghost isn't going to help there. And we have Koga's Gym with Poison. Which, I'm just going to, before I go off saying something stupid, Poison is weak to Ground and Psychic. Which we don't really have options for outside of a Graveler right now. So, and it resists Grass, Fighting, Poison, Bug, and Fairy, which Fairy doesn't matter. But, you know, there's only so much we can do here. So, who wants to join the team? I just don't know if Gastreak is really worth that while. Tough. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Almost worth having two different teams for Koga and then Sabrina. Interesting. We can talk about that. I will say we're going to go get a friend for some help. And bring back our buddy Chives. So let's go get our Butterfree. It should have at least an extra level or two from where it was. And then I'm also going to look at an Eevee Learn set and go from there. So then we can look at where we're at. I am also going to do my damnedest to get a Snorlax. Train up Geodude and Ghastly, then have Gyarados, Arcanine, Pidgeot, and Jolteon. Okay. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, shit, okay. So, Chives. Level 25. This is what we got on our Butterfree. God damn it! Got rid of Confusion! My one attack move! No, I don't like this daycare center anymore. Yeah, goddamn idiots. Alright, so who goes in? I'm going to put Wellington in. To the daycare. Playing time to catch new encounters, change for the... Exactly, yeah. So, it's not a big deal. I am going to... Yes, I would like you to do that for me. I'm going to give Wellington to the daycare, just because Wellington is fast, does have some power to it, ironically enough. So, we'll keep it in there and just let it get XP. And then, we are going to... Or should I just left Chives in there? Maybe? I don't know. But, we'll move Gastreak to the party for now. And we'll go from there. So, let's go do two things quick. And I am going to fly somewhere. And the question is where? Because I'm going to look up Eevee quick. Reason being, I can look at its Learn set. Learns Bite at 30. Is Bite at 30 worthwhile? Well, it's another Dark-type move against Sabrina. So, bring Eevee up to 30. Then evolve it to Jolteon, because let's just do our due diligence here. Jolteon Learn set. Gen 3. It doesn't... It gets double kick at 30. Which I could get bite at 30 and then evolve it and get double kick. So I could have a fighting type move on the team as well. I'm also going to have a fighting type anyways from the encounter, but whatever. It at least has a learn set, which is nice, and I can give it shockwave right away. So I'm thinking EV to 30, get bite, only because bite will help with our Sabrina problem, and then go from there. So I'm going to stick here, and then I'm going to roll with what we got here. So let's go. I know it looks ridiculous. It can't do anything, but it's just for XP purposes. So let's look at our summary quick. It's a lot to farm, but we can do it. Or we just beat the shit out of everything with our Gyarados, which is faster. We'll do that. Okay, cool. I gotta train something. I gotta make the decision here. So I gotta train something up. Alrighty. Yeah, streak. We gotta train something here. So that's what we're gonna do, and that is gonna be it. So as long as we have the time, and we have the time because it's a wonderful Friday night. I do have some tasks I gotta do tonight, so I don't want to go too far, but I've already cleared half of... Oh shit, I forgot about this trainer. Fuck. Okay. Channeler Carly and her Ghastly. Level 24. So we're going to go over to Shishimi. And we are going to just bite it. Obnoxious. Just hit it. Just hit it. God damn it. Thank you. Goodbye. Alrighty. It's the trouble with doing this for some of these Pokemon, man. Alright, we can play around some of these. I did that one, so... Can't remember if I did this or not, but I'm just going to go for it anyways. Yep, okay, I can heal up there, which is great. And move on. Ghost is weak to Ghost. Ah, damn. Never understand that one. Boom. There you go, Gastreak. Get some XP for yourself, bud. Oh, can't play around this one. I really just... If things get bad, we'll be fine, but... Yeah, I think there's a hidden item up top, I think. You shall join us. But they're acting like they're dead, and they're not dead. Like, that always does. Not annoy me, but annoy me. Alright, Shishimi, here we go. Hopefully it goes for that ghost type move. Okay. Yep, I'm fine with that. We bite. We end it. Great. Hell yeah, level 18, we'll take it. Okay, so we at least... I am going to just use a heal quick because I don't feel like losing something to stupidity. Alrighty. Oh. Now I wasted an item. Cleanse tag. It doesn't suck. Alright, we are gonna go get that item. I gotta go back up for the other one. Zombies! Nice. Level 24. Okay. Let's do the sashimi. Whoever just joined the chat, thank you for the stream. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you're doing wonderfully on this end. You want to say hi? That'd be super cool. But if not, you just want to lurk, I'm cool with that too. We all got our own needs, and we got to fulfill those needs while we can. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Of fucking course again. God damn it. So sick of these fucking status conditions. 3 in a row. Are you kidding me? 3 in a row. I'm so annoyed right now. I'm so annoyed right now. I'm so sick of this status condition bullshit. Like, grow the fuck up, game. Go die, Ghastly. I know you're already dead, but go die again. I'm mad at you. Yay, level 29. Yay, yay. Yay, yay, yay. He's our free heal. Damn it! Damn it! Hey, whoever joined in, thanks for joining. Appreciate you coming in. We're going to finish up Pokemon Tower after a great night of streaming here for the PTE Creative channel. And we are going to call it after the Pokemon Tower, but we still got at least 20 minutes of action left in the game tonight, so thank you for popping on in wherever you may be. Honestly, I'm happy it did Nightshade because I could just bite it and kill it. Sweet. 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 Yay. At least they're only like 1 Pokemon deep. Nugget is big. Nugget's more money, closer to our flamethrower TM. Great. Love that. Oh shit, I gotta go get that other one too. Damn it. Just do what we can, I guess. In the immortal words of Monty Python, run away! Run away! I just don't want to deal with status conditions, frankly. So that's why I'm doing this. Okay, there's a hidden item somewhere over here. There we go. Big mushroom. Okay, more money. We like money. Gotta make that bread. Damn it. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Yay! Hooray! Yay! Hooray! Yay! Also, Ghastly gets XP really quickly. Is it part of the fast group? I don't know, but also, ironically enough, gonna be honest, I think Gengar is the worst of the evolutionary line, design-wise. Max accuracy, great. How much money do I have now? I'm almost 60 grand. I have 2 nuggets sitting in my bag right now. And a big mushroom. We could get that flamethrower. It's a possibility. Wouldn't suck. Wouldn't suck, let me tell you. Run away. Run away. There we go. Any optional is going to be optional. I will say I'm going to run back after the Marowak fight, or before the whatever, something around there, just because I know we got some rockets ahead of us, and I just don't want to deal with that. Alrighty. Shimi, here we go. Ow. Use Nightshade all you want, that's great. Love that. Sweet. Gas streak. Up to 19. Alright, what's Gyarados' learn set again? Damn it. We tried. We tried. I'm just looking something up quick. Looking up Gyarados' learn set in Gen 3 because... Alright, we get Leer at 30, which whatever, but we get Twister at 35, Hydro Pump at 40. It's obviously going to learn Surf, Dragon Dance at 50, which is great, and Hyper Beam. So, okay. Just like, I like knowing where I'm going with some of this stuff. And then I'm also going to look up Ghastly as well. By leveling up in Gen 3, Ghastly has Confuse Ray at 21, Dream Eater at 28. So nice. Do I have Hypnosis on this thing? I don't even know. No, I don't have Hypnosis, so Dream Eater does nothing. Alrighty, we get out. We go to Shimi. Boom. Roasted. Let's go. Here we go. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sweet. Alrighty. Moving up that Pokemon Tower. It's the staircase now, right? Alright, so... Ooh, another rare candy. So we have... How many rare candies do I have? It's 4 or 5. 4. Okay. So 4 rare candies is nothing to sneeze at. Which is really appreciated, actually. So I'm also trying to conserve some money right now. So, which is why I'm going to go heal up, take on the Marowak. I'm going to look up the rockets. And from there, take out everything, go get a Pokéflute and call it a day. Maybe if the chat was very enthusiastic, we might try to go get a Snorlax tonight. I just don't know if we have that in us, but we can try. Hey, hell yeah. Free XP because the Pokemon was stupid. It's our favorite kind of XP. Hey, I Nightshade you. You don't Nightshade me. You miss attacks. That's the deal. Jerk. Wow. I bet you can do it with one Pokeball. You're out of your mind, but I would find it highly hysterical if we did it. Isn't there an Ultra Ball around here somewhere that we can find? I'd love to have an Ultra Ball to help us, but... Cause that would be, tremendous. I guess we could do all of Silphco and... Oh my god, you idiot. Damn it. Just trying to avoid these. Haunter! Okay, that's good XP though, at the very least. Alright, where's Gyarados at? I don't like that. I'm going to Curry. I thought you could find at least one Ultra Ball somewhere in the vicinity. Whew! Look at that. Gas streak up to 20. About to get confused right in the next level. Also, AM is reached. I know I've said this in the past, but I really appreciate what you're doing. You do not have to essentially be my Pokemon secretary right now and look all this stuff up. I can do it myself. Well, I should say, I know I can do this myself, but the fact that you're volunteering to do this all the time, it actually does help a lot, and I want to say thank you. Because, you should be appreciated for that. And let me know if you ever do a... God, idiot. Idiot. Give me blood. But you should be appreciated. And if you ever get back in the streaming game, I'd love to... I'd love to at least, pop in for some streams and say what's up. The curse is just ridiculous. It's a great sound effect, though. I will say that. Hello, Ventric Duel. Hey, well, welcome. I don't know if we've ever spoken before in a Twitch, just because I've been playing non-stop lately. But hello, welcome in onto the chat. Plus, it furthers my knowledge, my own Nuzlocke. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Helps to have it. But Venture Duel, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. You got in before we ended, which is nice. And we're doing Pokemon Tower tonight, so we at least got about 10-15 minutes left of gameplay ahead of us. You've missed. We have beaten Giovanni in the Rocket Hideout. Before that, we just beat Erika. We haven't spoken. So decided to see if anyone was streaming a Nuzlocke. Yay! Can't sleep. I feel that energy. There's plenty of us in the world that have issues sleeping, so I feel that. Sorry you can't sleep. I'm glad I could bring some form of semblance of entertainment to you in doing this Nuzlocke. And this is actually the first time I've streamed a Nuzlocke. It's the first time I've streamed. I just restarted streaming recently, actually. So, last week was the the first time I started streaming in over a year. So it's a interesting and fun game to get into again. Maybe one could do the trick with this Nightshade, especially if we crit, that'd be great. So yeah, I'm glad that you are joining up and hopefully enjoying this Pokemon Tower segment of the Nuzlocke. Alright, Gastreak is asleep, which is fine. I'm going to put Cardamom at the front of the party intentionally, because we're going for that Marowak. And oh, nice, upstream. And I was like, oh, well, it sounds like you are doing good and being in the Pokemon Tower. Yeah, I mean, after all the stuff that we've done, and you should see my grave. It's pretty sad. My graveyard box is really sad right now. Nope, we just run away. We, you know, it's a little tough. Be gone, intruders. The ghost appeared. The ghost of a Marowak. Oh dear, XD ripped those mons. But your current team looking pretty good. Yeah, we're trying. This Eevee's about to be a Jolteon. The plan is to get to level 30, so we can get Bite and get the double kick move from Jolteon, which would be great. Because Bite's at level 30 for Eevee. That helps us with Sabrina and everything else. But I'm sure if you like watching Nuzlocke, you already know that. So we're going to wash out Marowak with our Sashimi, the Gyarados, and roll. That was a decision. Water Pulse. Ooh, not that much interesting. Oh, but we did pull a Confusion, so I'll take that. Hell yeah. And I'm actually going to pull Dragon Rage for some funsies. Everyone loves a good Dragon Rage. Ah, damn. Well, that was a choice, bud. That was a choice, Marowak. And we'll Water Pulse it to end it and call it. Hell yes. But, sorry you're not sleeping well, bud. It's not a fun night when you can't sleep. But I'm not going to go doctor on you and try to diagnose and give you anything or any tips or whatever, because we all have our own things to deal with, and it's obnoxious if someone starts telling you, oh, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? When you probably tried a lot of stuff. Also, as someone who's married to a doctor, I can tell you, it can be frustrating at times when they're like, well, did you do this? Did you do that? And you're like, well, no, I didn't, but that's neither here nor there. So stop. Alright, where did my dumb Pokemon Tower go? Oh. Just want to see what these rocket guys are doing. Just because I just don't want to deal with any garbage whatsoever. Like, that's just not... It's not what we're here for. Zubat, Golbat, coughing, drowsy. So one little bastard. Appreciate not doctoring. I already know what the problems are, and alas, it's not really fixable. It is what it is. Okay, I feel that. Alrighty. So, really, we just gotta worry about the second grunt with his goddamn coughing and calling it a day. But, let's go get some XP with our Eevee. Also, Sashimi didn't take any damage. Great. I do know there's some hidden items in here as well. Oh yeah, the item finder and everything. What do you want? Where are you there? Why are you? Coughing's the bane of childhood when I had Fire Red. Yeah, I mean, a coughing cost me a Growlithe already, and thankfully I got to use a Dupe's Claws to get a to get another one because it is my absolute utter joy to have an Arcanine. But yeah, I've already lost Pokemon to a self-destructing coughing, and I don't feel like doing it again. There we go, Cardamom! Great job, bud. Alright, Zubat. Let's do this. Let's see if we can break through confusion again. If not, it's no big deal. We'll... If we hurt ourselves, it's not worth the risk for a Zubat. Like, it's just not. So let's go with Cherry here. I adore Arcanine, giant fluffy dog. Arcanine is my absolute favorite Pokemon in the world. It is tremendous. I'm a big. I'm also a big pro wrestling guy, so I just say this all the time. We acknowledge our tribal chief. And when it comes to Pokemon, Arcanine, ones to the sky. We acknowledge you, our tribal chief. Alrighty, Golbat. It's flying type 2 now, so we are going to change. So we're going to go to... who do we want to give it? Let's just get Shishimi in there and go for it. Also, is there a trick, anyone in chat, for item finder? Because I always look at it, sometimes I do it right, sometimes I do it wrong. And I know it might be silly, but it's just because I don't remember it right now, what I'm looking at for the item finder, so... Interesting. Okay. Sweet. Well, since you're not sleeping well, hit me up. What is your favorite Pokemon? I just Google invisible items. Yeah, I mean, that's what I do too. I have a map up right on the other screen. Or right on another tab, don't get me wrong. But he's not going to forget this. Guys, he ain't going to forget it. No. So, here's what we're going to do. Because we want nothing to do with that godforsaken coughing, we're going to put our beefiest Pokemon up. They're scattered about. We'll make the finder give you general directions to the hidden one. Yeah, perfect. I do want to take it through the tunnels, because I know the tunnels, like the bike tunnels, are just littered with them. But here we went to Curry simply because it's his beefiest. I don't know if it has self-destruct or not. I don't care. I'm just not taking the... I'm not taking the... the L for it. For items, you have to stand on the exact spot to get them, like the two leftovers under the Snorlaxes. Okay. And we'll change out. We'll go to Cardamom for this one. And I'm going to use a quick attack. See if we can cheese our way into a win here. Okay, well, I ain't going to help. Alrighty. And we go to Beedrill. Cool. Let's do this Cherry and go from there. Nothing. Okay. Rude. Yeah, suck it, Drowsy. You bastard. No one needs that energy here. Hell yeah, exactly. No one needs that energy. And then Zubats and Rats. Zubats and Rats up next. So I am going to, just for posterity's sake, because I want to see if we can cheese our way into some wins. And also, do we have any TMs that would be worthwhile for Eevee? Damn. Cherry can learn... Oh, interesting. Okay. Still nothing. Got it. Okay. That's wild. That's wild. Man, Eevee not doing so well with stuff. Alrighty. Actually, you know what? Do I give secret power to Eevee? I don't know. I can realize. Yeah. It's one of those that makes no sense. It's kind of like how Heracross can learn Aerial Ace and then you forget it has wings. You're like, oh yeah. Not saving anyone, kid. Well, I am though. It's kind of the gig. It's kind of the hero thing. Rude. Spam quick attack. Roll there. We're good. Boom. Well, you will stay. We'll stick. Sweet. Quick attack. Hope for some garbage. We can do it. There you go. Cardamom. I'm not going to change quite yet. I'm going to get the free XP. And I'm going to switch out to good old Cinnamon so we can get some XP over here. Excuse moi over here. Nice. Nice. Sweet. Do we risk a Hyper Fang? That's the question. Alright, Cardamom. Switch to... I just don't want to risk it. I hate Hyper Fangs. I've lost... Oh my god. Do you want a hot chalky with cinnamon? Hey! It's worthwhile, man. Especially if you got some whipped cream at your house. Put some whipped cream on the top. Put some sprinkles in that bitch, too. Glorious. I don't know if any... I'm sure someone else has seen this meme somewhere, but it's something my wife did. With chocolate whipped cream. Hey, that's worthwhile, man. That's worthwhile. That is a great addition for some hot chocolate. Hot beverage. Try to put yourself to sleep there. Enjoy some beautifully handsome man streaming. Trying to grind up some Pokemon levels. Level 30. Love it. Leer. Do we want Leer? I never use tackles. We'll take Leer. Fuck it. 5 a.m. hot chalky it is. 5 a.m. You UK based? Or European based? Because you're 6 hours ahead of me. So yeah, that makes sense. UK time but Ireland. Okay. Nice to see someone from Ireland in the chat. Love that. Allegedly, I'm only 4% Irish, but the hair makes everyone think that it's not that. I am ginger through and through here. Sweet. How do I get the item finder? That's what I need. Alrighty, Pokeflute. Great. Do we go cheese it, guys? Do we go do it? Do we try to celebrate at the end of this? Or do we just lose Pokemon and hate our lives? Either way, let's sell some stuff too. get some stuff out of our... I'm just going to go through right through ether. We're going to save ethers, elixirs. We're going to save rare candies. Obviously, we will use when the time is right. Max ethers. We're going to, again, save. X defend. I'll probably never use. And I can buy it again if I need it. So I'm going to sell it now. How many more escape ropes do we need right now? Probably not that many. We'll be selling back at half price though, and that is just not right. PP up. We'll take that as well. We could use it too, but 10 grand. We're close to it. From Ireland or Scotland, so yeah, you probably have ancestry over here. All genetics can be wild. Do you have 30 registered mons? That's the question. Big mushroom. We're almost there. Maybe we just go beat up that kid with the Beedrill some more. X accuracy. I gotta put some moonstones away. We're just gonna prep here, guys. Why not an extra? Cool. Can't you change for money? Yeah, we can do that too. That's what I was saying. Is like just there's a kid on it's Bug Catcher Brent. He's got 2 Beedrills. So literally an hour and a half ago, this was a level 20 Growlithe. So we mined XP non-stop and then went through Erika's gym. So now we're at Arcanine, and we just kept beating up that kid because it was good. And so let's see, how many Pokemon do we have registered in our Pokedex? Only 28? I can go get 29 quickly. Kids, hold on, what? God damn it. 26, I got 4 rare candies. Just saying. I could get, and we could go challenge some people quick, but, you know, we don't need the item finder. We don't need the item finder right now, specifically. So I'm going to go heal up, and we're going to... Got chalky hazelnut syrup and whipped cream. Very nice. Good combo there. So do we have enough to take on a Snorlax? That's the question. Do we have enough to take on Snorlax? So the reason I would put Chives in the party instead of Gastreak is so that we can put it to sleep as often. When you eventually want the item finder, fly to Vermilion, then head out of the town, right? Yep, exactly. Towards the building with 2 floors. Yeah, that's the plan. Alrighty. Do we want Snorlax, friends? Do we do it? Do we do it? Do we do it? We could do it. Just saying. Also, thank you. Thank you for the kindness and the courtesy. Get Thunderwave to para the Snorlax? Yeah, also, good idea. Alright, Thunderwave. We have Stun Spore too, which is great, but Thunderwave would also be beneficial, especially with going to a Jolteon. So, let's do this. We are going to fly to Celadon. We'll take the one in Celadon since it's just so easy to get. That way we don't have to traverse much. We're right in town if we want to make changes, anything like that, which is cool. Nope, didn't need to do that, but did I heal yet? Yeah, I healed already. Cool. Alrighty, so we have planned as much as we could plan outside of that Thunder Wave. We're going to get Thunder Wave, Snorlax will be the end of the stream, just so everyone is aware. So I can at least do something. I'm going for the one right outside of Celadon on Route 16. That's going to be the gig. Oop, there we go. I think I can buy Thunder Wave, can't I? Damn it! Honestly, I'm going to try it with Stun Spore. I think, keyword, think, it should work. Save for posterity, just so we can get that honorable. Honorable there. Whoever just joined in, thanks for joining. Hope you're enjoying yourself, wherever you may be out in this world. If you want to add some more fellow gingers, we'd love to have you too. But you don't have to be a ginger to enjoy the stream either. What's my lead? I ain't gonna do anything. We'll put Shimi in the lead. Alrighty. Let's do this. This could be terrible. I have to admit that. This could go terribly wrong. But we have a second chance at it. And we have roughly 30 catching apparatuses. And we have a way to put it into paralysis. Alrighty. We're just going to chip away. Oh my god. Rest immediately? Come on. Cool. I guess we're just going to chip with Dragon Rage for a while. Because I don't want to use Water Pulse. I'll use it once. Because it'll rest at least once. Just don't hurt yourself. Oh, shit. Okay, so I'm going to go, and I'm going to try to paralyze this. I'm going to try to para with Chives. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Fuck! The bastards! Alrighty. They took Sunsport. I'm so mad right now. Weaker Pokemon, that ain't gonna help. Alright, Great Ball it is. Yeah, I was to say no status conditions, it's not gonna do it. Snapped out of confusion. Good to know. Sleep Powder, Compound Eyes. Okay, I know it can hurt me now, but I don't really care about that. Great Ball. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What? Nobody cares about you! Get out! Let's go! We got a Snorlax, baby! And we're ending a stream on a happy note for a long time. For once we're doing it. This team, I tell you. Glorious. And the team in the chats. That's what I'm talking about. Stop going to the help menu. Alrighty. It's not... Unless it eats over 880 pounds of food every day. That's wild. Alrighty. What do we name Snorlax? All of our... You know what? Just looking back here. It's only fair, and it's only right. We all have food-based names in this one. Hot Chalky. Welcome to the team. Chat, you have no idea how happy I am right now. No earthly idea. Alright, let's go back to the Pokemon Center. Let's start making some decisions. Admittedly, I'm like, it's an awesome mon for Nuzlocke. Yes, absolutely. So, the question is... Now it's not a question. What's also nice is now catching the first one. The second one we can just take out for experience points, which is also nice. Which I know it's like one Pokemon, but still, it's a decent chunk. So if you split it, it's nice. Alright, Hot Chalky. Come on over. Chives. We appreciate you. You have no idea. No idea what you have done for us, Chives. That sleep powder saved our ass. Alright. And I will check the ability right after this. Oh, I am actually going to move some items. Item storage, deposit items. Just because I don't want to deal with them. I should use these two. So, I'm going to deposit a moonstone. And simply so I don't use them, I'm depositing ethers, elixirs, max ethers. Anything else in here that should be saved? Honestly, I'm kind of going to do this too, because I'm going to do all this right before the Elite Four. And then that way we can just get some more items too along the way. I'm not going to use a cleanse tag right now. Just kind of like why. I'll give the black glasses to a Pokemon. Alright, healer up. Chives, you legend. You are absolutely 1000% correct. That is why I have fought to keep that Butterfree forever. And I was like, nope, can't lose Butterfree, because I knew something like this would happen. And immediately, we got it. To the point where I might have to just keep Chives. Literally just keep going like, okay, get it leveled. Why? Because we gotta go catch Zapdos. We gotta go catch Moltres or whatever. And do what we can with it. So, let's go here. Hot Chalky. Summary. Rash nature, not a big deal. Its ability is immunity. Prevents poisoning. That's pretty fucking great. I'm not gonna lie. Especially against Koga. Where we can kind of muscle our way through that one. I don't know if it's the best ability we could have. I can't remember its other ability. But immunity is pretty fucking good in my mind. So, yeah. Hell yes. Glorious. Yep, that's the better one. Great. And now we have a tank for Sabrina as well, which is awesome. I am looking forward to getting that. I'm looking forward to then getting... Yeah, Thick Fat. That's what it is. Oh, shit. I need the item finder. Oh, wait, no. I only have 29, don't I? Pokedex, 29, right? Damn it! Alright, I need to get 30. We gotta go catch something. Alrighty. But I think that's where it's going to go, folks, for the night. So much excitement. I really appreciate you guys being here and chatting with me. It makes everything go a lot faster. To the point where I just went and I was like, oh, didn't I get on like 7:45 my time? So I've been playing for over 3 hours, which is a little wild. But that's A-okay. Because now we have glorious new options. And it's appreciated wherever you guys are. So this is the team moving forward. We're looking a hell of a lot better right now, guys. Shishimi, still doing great. Cardamom, soon to be a Jolteon. Hot Chalky, our new Snorlax. Cinnamon, now we can really get it back up to Pidgeot, which would be great. I'm excited to see what we get in the Safari Zone as well. Cherry the Beedrill, still doing pretty well. Still sticking into this team. Although now I want it. It'd be stupid. It's very dumb. But part of me wants to just be like, yo, Chives, you earned it. You should take the slot. But we gotta stick with Cherry for a little bit. And Curry the Arcanine up here as well. And we acknowledge our tribal chief. But that is it for the night, folks. Thank you guys so much for joining me along this stream. If you guys want to see other content that I produce, if you want a podcast to listen to, if you like movies, listen to the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast, available on Spotify, or it's on YouTube. You can find that there. It's all at the PTE Creative YouTube channel. A lot of fun stuff over there. More Pokemon content. I've created my own Pokemon. It's been stalled for a while, but there's plenty of videos if you want to see what I create. You can have some fun there too. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Check me out. I will be streaming tomorrow as well. So for some of you, you can still probably check in at a good time. Thank you guys for watching. If you could, give me a follow. That'd also be cool. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and hugs to you all. Goodbye. I'm so happy about Hot Chalky. It's ridiculous.